Hiya, kids. Yes, I know you're pointing fingers at me saying, "You hypocrite! You said you weren't gonna buy this album." Well, that was 2 weeks ago, and well, things change, minds change. The hype was just too strong, I couldn't help it. This has been about the biggest hyped album since London Town. So, I gave in, I just had to have it. Besides, like, I got all the other McCartney albums, what's one more? So, I went and got it, and actually it was kind of tough. I went out this morning, and I went to my neighborhood Walmart, and when I got there, the new releases rack looked like it had been sabotaged and ransacked and everything, and going like, well, where's the Egypt Station album? And the guy says, Paul McCartney? Huh? What does it look like? I says, well, it's kind of yellow and blue and kind of looks like a painting and an artist. And nope, haven't seen it. Well, so I left there, went to another Walmart. They didn't have it, so then I had to go to the record store in our mall, and they had about 25 copies, and it's the concertina version. Hey. So you can play music with it while you're listening to the music. And while we're talking about the music, let's talk about the music. Starts off with opening station. And all this is a bunch of crowd noise, city noises, that sort of thing, kind of reminiscent of the opening to Sgt. Pepper. So this is supposed to be a track, but it's just noise. So I gave it a 1. But that leads into I Don't Know, which we've all heard before. And when the 3 songs came out, this was my least favorite of the 3. And, well, it's grown on me some since. I give it a 3. So it's okay, it'll do. Then the next song that came up is Come On To Me. And, it tries hard to be a rocker and a stomper, but, it's just too repetitive. So it just gets a 3 from me. Then the next song is Happy With You. This reminds me of early days off New. And it's Paul being retrospective and looking forward in life. But, it's a 3. But now we come to, I think, is the high point of the album. Who Cares? Boy, this is Paul at his best. And if you can get past the start of it, like it kind of drones at the start, but then bam, this is a good song. Yes, this is a 5. This is all out of 5. Like the rating system, like 1 through 5, by the way. So that gets a 5 in my book. Oh dear, this song. Well, we know all about this song. It's basically a novelty song now. So it's been out there for a while, and it's making a fuss and all that sort of thing. So we'll take it for what it's worth. But I can imagine Paul playing this in concert, so everyone will have the excuse to shout the F word. You mark my words, he'll be playing that in his tour next year. Confidant sounds like something you'd sing around a campfire. I gave it a 2. Then we have People Want Peace, which sounds like Paul's answer to Give Peace a Chance. Wants to be an anthem awful bad, but kind of reminds me of Wonderful Christmas Time. It's a 2. What do we got next? Hand in Hand. Boring, sleep-inducing. Couldn't wait till it was over. It's a 2. Dominoes. Now this is a pretty good tune. I think I'll like this one more with time. So even on a couple listens, I kind of like this one, so I gave it a 4. Because that's a potential 5 in the making, I think. Back in Brazil. Well, anytime Paul starts a song with bird noises, I have to worry. And this one's like, oh, let's try to do world music with, funny drums and all this sort of thing, and tell a story about she's back in prison. That's a 2. Do it now! I think this is Paul's remake of Lonely Old People. Nah, it's a 2. Caesar Rock! Noisy and annoying. Just an excuse for shouting. That's a 2. Despite repeated warnings. Well, it starts out kind of but then at around the 2:10 mark, it picks up and becomes a pretty good song. Yeah, I kind of like this one, but it does get kind of repetitive with all the yes we can do it, yes we can do it. It gets pretty repetitive, but then it goes back to how it started. But if he had kept it with that, just the center part, that would have been a pretty damn good song. So I gave it a 4. Station 2, or 11. Well, I think it's supposed to be Station 2, but it's just more crowd city noises. It's just a 1. It's not even a song. And then we go to Hunt You Down, Naked, and Sea Link, which is the big medley. And yeah, it's got 2 good songs. And then the third song is basically just a guitar jam session. Kind of reminded me of like Pink Floyd-ish kind of thing. And it just kind of, yeah, let's listen to some guitar noise. But the first 2 songs in the medley are pretty good. So I give this one a 4 overall. Now, I listened to this album through headphones, and the production is very bass heavy and very distortion-y. So after a while, I couldn't wait till it was over. So it was pretty uncomfortable listening to this thing. I don't know why they mix records like that these days, but it doesn't make for a good listening experience. I'm sorry. They've got to go back to the old ways of doing things. So anyway, 16 songs. And you really can't count those station songs as songs. So I took it as 14 songs, added it up, divided by 14, and I got like a 2.9, which isn't even a 3. It's not even a C. It's just below C. So, you know, like I have a feeling this album's going to be sitting on the shelf a while before I get to it again, but you know, like there's room for improvement. You know, like the more you listen to something, it could get better in your mind. But for right now, it's just scraping to be a C. But this one came with 2 bonus songs. So let's talk about the bonus songs. One is called "Get Started," and I like this one a lot. This is a pretty good one. I gave this one a 4. Maybe this one should have been on the regular album instead of one of the others, but not bad. And then there was "Nothing for Free." And this could have been a good song, but all those mixed up styles that are in it, and it really makes it hard to listen to. And this was after the album, and I was getting pretty tired of listening to all this noise, you know, the way it's mixed. And I thought, this one rates a 3. So there you have it. That's my review of Egypt Station. That's the end.